Hey y'all, what's going on? This is Jesse Both the 19th hole, and we have the rookie playthrough here for you all. This is the Christmas Links tournament, and we are playing the Nordic Fjords course. This is a first look at the tournament for me of any division. So let's go ahead and get started with hole number 1. Hole number 1, par 4. We will only see my shots. Except on a few select holes, we may watch my opponent's drive just to try to see if we can pick up any different ways to play a specific hole or not. And I will be first, it looks like. So 3.3 wind. We are playing with the big topper. And we want to land our shot right about there. So full topspin and right spin is what we're playing with here today. Okay. I like that landing spot right there. So we're going to do a 1.2 ring adjustment for this shot. I would recommend the big topper as your driver. There's no reason to do any kind of curl or anything like that. You just want to hit it straight. Make sure that you hit that perfect hit. And as you see, you can roll it up to the green a pretty good amount of distance. So we'll be set up for a second shot, eagle attempt. So we are going to watch my opponent. He's going to take his shot. Now, if he wanted to upgrade to a power 3 ball, he would have the ability to actually fly over top of that water with the extra mile 7 and really make a play at going to the green. For that shot, he would probably want about 3 to 4 bars of topspin, full right spin, and some right curl. Instead, he's opted to go for the skip shot, which is still a good play. And it would leave him a fairly mild chip. But as you see, he hit great right and ended up in the water. So definitely that's one of the dangers of this hole, is that great shot that could end up in the water. So we're playing this pretty much at max distance, it looks like. So let's see if we can roll this one in. Okay, so we'll play this one about mid-distance from back here. So we're just going to go barely any kind of change here. Hit it perfect, and let's see what we get here. And that's how you do it. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward way to play this hole right there. I increased the topspin, gave me that nice long ball guide with the Firefly, and then that was a mid-range shot. It's very important to know if you're max or mid, because as you see, it's a half a ring difference, and a half a ring difference can be definitely the difference in a made shot and a missed shot. So that's hole number 1. Let's see. Let's watch Bud play this drive one more time. Full top and right spin is the way you want to play this drive. A little bit of right curl, but the most important thing is to make sure to hit the ball perfect. Great left, you probably end up in the bunker. Great right, you probably end up in the water. And let's see where this one ends up. A little bit of a curl would have worked that ball a little bit farther to the right side of that hole of that bunker. But overall, good drive right there. And we'll see you all in the next hole. Next up, we got hole number 2, par 3. And we're going to play this one with the Viper and Navigator ball and a 15% adjustment for the downhill wind. Let's watch Blaine take his shot here. And he's got the Horizon Club. You do want backspin for this shot. Let's see how his works out for him. It is a headwind, so you don't need quite as much backspin as you would with a tailwind. And not a bad shot right there, actually, from Blaine. So let's go ahead and we'll get ours adjusted up here. Then we'll measure it out. So 3.3, okay. We want to make sure we have enough for 2 rings of adjustment, which we do. And we'll go 3 backspin. And you want to just kind of line this one up as good as you can towards the hole. Alright, and we will do our 2 rings of adjustment on this one. Hit it perfect, and let's see where we end up. We should be pretty close to the hole. Alright, not too bad of a shot right there. Went 3 rings of backspin. Probably would try 2 rings of backspin next time. And you know, that's part of this kind of qualifying thing. You try out shots, you try out different spins, and then from the results of those spins and shot efforts, you got to make adjustments. And hopefully, you know, you make enough adjustments so that by the weekend round is when you got it dialed in. And that's the way I've always approached this qualifying round in any type of tournament is, you know, you'll try out shots, and if it doesn't work, you either scrap the shot, move on to a completely new shot, or if it seems like it's got a glimmer of hope, you know, maybe you can just make some small tweaks and adjustments to the shot to make it the perfect shot. All right, we'll see you all on hole number 3 in just a moment. All right, we got hole number 3 here, par 5. Definitely you want your big dog for your second shot. The first shot, you have different types of ways you can play this one. I have a quarterback in case I want to play it to the right. And then I have my extra mile to play it to the left. So we're going to play this with the quarterback. We're going to go full top and right spin. Okay? And let's see, so 2.4. Okay, with the second bounce just over the edge right there. Okay, so 2.4. We'll go about 2.5 rings of adjustment, and then we're going to go with about half a ball of curl to the right. Hit great to the right. Hopefully that does not cost us. Shoot, it does. Alright, so let's try this again. Same play. Same play as last time. Full top and right. We'll play our shot right about right there this time. And once again, 2.5. And that one right there should be much better. Alright, so you got to make sure that you hit the perfect shot if you're going to play it to the right. Great to the right. Definitely could spell trouble, as you saw in my first attempt. But if you can line up that shot and hit it perfectly, then you will put yourself in position for a second shot to the hole. And really put yourself in position for that eagle, which I think you definitely need to get on this hole. If you play it to the left, you still have a chance to get to the hole in 2. It's a much more difficult path there. And you got to worry about those bunkers like you see right there from my opponent. So let's go ahead and look and see what kind of shot we have now. 2.6. So you can play your shot off this here or that way. We're gonna play our shot with overpower. Okay, and we're gonna use backspin. And make sure you got to use that backspin when you make this shot. Just like that. That's how you want to do it. So you kind of gotta weigh your risks and rewards for the shot. If you play it left, you know, it's much safer on the drive, but your second shot doesn't quite set you up as good for an eagle chance, in my opinion. If you play it right, you got to be very accurate off the tee box. But I think the reward at the end for that shot is much better because I think you have a really good chance at an eagle. So you play one way, you have a chance at an eagle. If you play the other way, you have a really good chance at an eagle. And I think that's really what it boils down to when you're playing this hole, is how confident are you on that perfect shot with the quarterback, you know. So we'll go ahead and hit this one in, and then we'll see you all in the next hole. All right, we're back. Hole number 4 here. The Christmas Links tournament on the Nordic Fjord course, and planning to play this one with the backbone. I do have a katana ball in, so let's see what this one looks like here off the tee box, and Mulligan will go first, so I'll see you all back in just a second. Alright, so we got the 2.3 wind here, left to right. I would suggest play this one off the left side. If you're going to play it off the right side, as you see, you're going to need a wood club. You definitely want a wood club with some backspin to it. And we're going to play it just like that. So 1.6 is our adjustment for our ring. Now we just need to hit this perfect right here. We do. So let's see what our outcome is. We should be pretty close. No, a little bit too much. So we need a little bit more backspin on that shot. Not a bad line, honestly. About 2 bars of backspin will probably what works pretty good there for that shot. So if you are planning to play your rookie round, I would definitely say go with the katana ball, so you can have that extra right spin on your shot, to direct that ball guide a little bit more towards the hole than what you would see with a quasar ball. But I would definitely suggest going with 2 backspin, and that may take a little bit of that side spin off your shot, but I think in the end that's okay. I think that 2 bars of backspin is definitely the key stat there for this hole on that shot. So we'll go ahead and put this one in and get our birdie. And we'll see you all in the next hole. So we've got a shootout here. Figured we'd just show you the shootout. We're going to play 2 bars of backspin here for this shootout. We aim it at the hole as best as we can. And now we'll play our adjustment here. We're playing about 2 rings of adjustment for this shot. Perfect hit. So let's see what the results look like. Definitely had good distance. As you can see, I'm lined up almost perfectly with the hole. So that 2 bars of backspin for that headwind is definitely the perfect spin amount for that shot. So y'all keep that in mind for when you do play hole number 4. Alright, so we got hole number 5 here, par 5. And again, we have the option of playing either left or right. I would definitely recommend going to the left for this hole. Gives you a much better shot to the green for your second shot. I'm not sure with what club I will use, though, when I play left. Either going to be an extra mile or the quarterback. No matter which club it is, though, you will play it with about 0 to 1 bar of topspin. No more than that, though. The reason that I like to play from the left side is the angle to the green for your second shot is just so much better. Going to the right, you have a lot of room for error, but that second shot is going to be tough. Okay, so you see with my quarterback here, we got plenty of room. So we'll go half a bar topspin. Okay. And we will play this a little bit of curl on this shot. Now, we should be close to the edge, but we should be okay. Perfect. So, as I was thinking, 1/2 bar topspin with the quarterback. It's a very easy shot. The good thing about using the quarterback is it gives you that extra accuracy. So even if you're a great left or a great right, you should still be okay, because you see, I'm pretty centered as far as the fairway goes in my ending spot. If you don't want to risk, that 1/2 bar topspin, going with no topspin at all is fine. Just go full left spin, because you do want that ball to bounce left on the initial landing spot, and that's the best way to get that to happen. So for our second shot, we'll be using the big dog, and hopefully we get a chance to show you all the shot. Looks like my opponent is going to time out. Hopefully that doesn't mean he's just going to forfeit the match. To wait and see. Alright, so let's see what he does. Please do not forfeit. Okay, so for our second shot here, man, you see we have plenty of room. Plenty of room for this shot. All we're going to do is just going to line up the shot a little bit. I'm going to put about 1 bar of backspin on this thing. 1.5 maybe. We'll try 1.5 bars of backspin for this shot. And then we will adjust for the wind as well. So 4.5 is 1.9 rings of adjustment. And let's see what a perfect shot does here. Well, 1.5 backspin. Are you serious, buddy? Not even going to let me see the finishing results of my shot. Alright, y'all. Well, we will see you all on the next hole. Alright, we got hole number 6, par 4. And the way you play this hole may really depend on the type of clubs and balls you possess in your bag. For the reason of this video, we will play this in a more conservative way. We will play that, though, however, with the extra mile. As you can see, you can reach pretty far with this shot. In fact, with a little bit better ball, you could possibly go towards the green with this shot. What I'm going to do, though, is I'm just going to play it to the left. Okay? I think this is the more conservative way to play the hole, and the way that most people in rookie will need to play it. But I thought it was important to show you that it was possible to go the other way. So left spin, left curl, perfect hit, and we should be sitting pretty nice on this fairway. And from there, we'll have a pretty nice, just long iron shot to the hole. Now, let's see what our opponent does. May possibly he'll try to go for the shot. If you do have a higher level extra mile, like a level 6 or a level 7, you could possibly make that shot with a Titan ball. But if you have a level 5 like I have in my bag, you would probably need a level 4 or even a Berserker ball. But it's definitely a wind that allows you to try to make that shot if you so desire to try to make it. And you could possibly get to the green in one shot. So keep that in mind when you are playing. And it may not be a bad idea for you to try it out in qualification. But if you don't think you have a good reason to make that shot, then just stick with the shot that you know works. And that's the shot that I'm showing you. So let's see what we got here. We got min. Pretty much min backbone here. Okay. So 1.2 rings. And let's see how close we can get this shot. Perfect hit. Pretty close. Pretty close. I think you still have a pretty good chance of holing that out for an eagle, even from over there on the conservative left drive. So my opponent here has got the Viper still. He needs to use a lot of backspin. He needs to probably use full backspin for this Viper shot. And he's not putting any backspin on this shot, any spin whatsoever. And I wouldn't be surprised if he flies through this green. Yep. But makeable chip distance. And we'll see you on the next hole. Alright, we got hole 7 here next, par 3. And this is going to be a backbone hole for me. Plus 10% for the downhill shot. And we're going to play this one with the Quasar ball. And we're going to watch Showbiz take his shot here. He's going to play his with the Goliath on the left side. I would recommend Quasar or Katana on this shot. And I'm actually going to probably use a Katana ball instead from this shot, going from the left. If I was playing it from the right, I would use a Quasar. But we'll play it from the left with a Katana ball. So 3-0 and a power 2 ball. One and a half is what we're going to play for our spin here. So 3.3 to about 2 rings of adjustment. A little bit of right curl. Great to the right, so we may end up this one short. No. Not too bad of a try. Very, very tough hole here with this win to get the ace in the rookie, I would say. I would definitely say the ace on that hole is more if you can play it from the right side, which with that wind is not, play into that shot. But I would definitely say the hole in one on this hole is with more of a right to left wind, playing that shot from the island to the right side. But we'll get the putt in, we'll get the birdie, we'll have a chance to perfect this hole a little bit more in the opening round. Alright, y'all, we're back. Hole number 8. We're going to play this one with a Titan ball. And I believe we're going to go for a big topper shot here, if I have my holes correct. We have definitely a chance, I think, to get to the green in 1 here. So, yes, we do. So we'll be playing with the big topper, full top spin and left spin. We'll have to use some left curl as well for this shot. Okay. So 3.1, 1.2 rings. And we will need to play a little bit of curl. We do hit it perfect, so we will see a pretty good visual on how this shot will work. And perfect. And that's how you play this shot. You can go with a little bit more curl than what I used if you want to try to attempt to go for that ace, possibly. It's definitely possible. You'll probably see some people getting ace on this hole for sure with this method. But do keep in mind, the more curl you go, I think the harder it is to hit that perfect shot. So I like the amount of curl that I used, and as you see, it worked out well for me. The key to this shot is that first bounce and making sure you clear that bunker. But if you play the drive perfectly and you put yourself in a position to make the shot, you end up with a putt like this right here for your eagle. And that's how you get the eagle on hole number 8. All right, last and final hole number 9 here for the Christmas Links Nordic Fjord rookie playthrough video. And we're going to play this shot to the left side. And you can play this shot to the left side with a big dog, an extra mile, or even a big topper. I'll be right back. Alright, so as you see, we have our shot here. It's a perfect tailwind for this shot. We will go with the extra mile, though, just to have that extra little bit of accuracy. And we put a little bit of overpower on it. I would suggest going with just the amount of overpower, that you feel comfortable with. If you feel like you can completely overpower your shot, you can go with the complete overpower. The fairway does open up quite a bit to the left, but definitely want to make sure you are hitting a fairly perfect shot on that drive to set yourself up for that second shot to the hole with a big dog. If you end up in the rough on that tee shot, you're definitely not going to be in position for the eagle on this hole. And I definitely believe this is a hole that you got to get the eagle on. So definitely take your safeguards to make sure that you're in position for a second shot to the hole. So we're going to be playing with the big dog for our second shot. And I do have a power 3 ball in. That way I can go straight to this fairway section. Otherwise, you may have to make a jump from over here. I'm going to go full right and 1 bar of topspin. And I'm going to put some curl on this shot here. Perfect hit. This should land us pretty close up to the hole. Right there on the fringe of the green. Easy chip in for an eagle. Perfect. And, go a little bit more with a little bit more topspin. You can roll that ball up to the hole. So whatever you saw me do on my adjustment, you can still add a little bit more topspin if you want and still be completely safe. Even add a little bit more curl to your shot if you want to give yourself a little bit more of an attempt for the albatross. So now you'll see me here with my last and final shot right offside the green. And all we got to do is sink this for our eagle to end it. We'll put a little bit of topspin on this shot. Right into the hole. Like that. And hopefully hit a perfect. We hit the perfect. And we sink it for our eagle. And that's how we're going to end our playthrough here for the rookie. Not a bad way to end our playthrough. Minus 13. And keep in mind that is a minus 13 with a water shot on hole number 3. So that could very easily be a minus 14. And if you add 1 or 2 of those par 3s in, you're looking at a minus 30 round for sure. Which I think minus 29, minus 30 is going to be what it takes to win a gold medal in this tournament. So there's your scorecard. Minus 13, first time playing on the course. Definitely not too bad, not too shabby. Picked up a few tips and pointers, maybe make a few adjustments to some of our spins for each hole. But overall, I would say that's definitely a pretty good guide to scoring well in this tournament. Used the big topper a few times, pulled out a few Titan balls, but this is a course where I think that is a necessary thing. Even in the rookie, to say that you couldn't play this course with only quasars and quasars and navigators, I'm not saying it at all. But some of the shots that you saw me take, you will be required to overpower them. I've always been the type of player that I feel like if you can get away with just taking a regular power shot, that's probably the best way to play it. So thank you all for joining me, and we'll see you all for the next video.